Hi guys, this is the walkthrough of the Excalibur, and I'm going to start from one end, and it's not the entrance, it's just an entrance, but it's a side entrance. You see, this is the entrance to Tower 1, and there you go, you see Tower 1 with people checking for your keys, and Tower 1, and it depends on which rooms, which room numbers you're in, you will have to go either left or right. And you know, Tower 1 has been remodeled and I am staying Tower 1, and to be honest with you, it's not worth to me paying extra for Tower 2, with the exception of the fact that Tower 2 is strictly above, directly above the pool and the gym, which is convenient because you see, if you come out of Tower 1, on the other hand, you're just gonna have to cross the whole casino, almost the whole casino. Anyway, so this is one end, and then on the opposite side you've got Tower 2. And here you've got, you know, hamburgers, fries, shakes, beer. And the moment you get out practically of the room, you're gonna get one bit of the casino and, you know, one end of the casino, and then you move on. Your ATM machine, you know, everything is set for you to start losing some money. Actually, I have to be honest, I played at Aria today and I lost money. Not a lot, just a little bit, because what I wanted to do was to recycle some money, and I discussed that on top-buffet.com. But I did not break even as I was hoping to do. I don't have my hopes up when I play at Aria, because I just never really win at Aria. I win a little bit, but then I lose a little bit, and I always lose a few dollars in the end. But here, I played, I didn't want to, but I played and it was good. So I guess Excalibur likes me after all. Okay, but nonetheless, let's just talk about the casino, okay? And please don't squander your money. Just think before you play, do it rationally. Otherwise, you know, be prepared to spend and, you know, pay a lot of money. One of the bars hits you immediately. This is just one of the new trends. There are bars everywhere. The moment you enter a casino, soon enough there's going to be a bar. And of course lots of slot machines, which is expected. Over there it's registration, and I'll show you. Obviously, I tell you, it's 1:20 at night. 1:20 at night on Tuesday night. And that shows you how busy Excalibur still is. It's a very lively resort because it's a very big resort. It's got two big towers and sorry, I got distracted. And lots of rooms. And it's a kind of a fun casino, though I tell you, I was walking around when I was gambling, walking around, and I couldn't find my slot machines, you know, the ones I really like. There are a few, but not that many modern ones. So I ended up playing wherever I could, which probably is the reason why I won. I was so not invested emotionally. Okay, let me talk. So, okay, here we've got the registration. I can't believe there are people still checking in. Well, I do believe it, but it's interesting. Otherwise, there can be some significant line up there, okay? And the worst part of it all, I hate it, is that they charge you for early check-in. And you know, early check-in is like anytime before 3, you know, you could show up at 2 and you still have to pay $20 plus tax. And that is really quite bad. I find it so cheap. I never thought that as MGM Resorts Hotel and Casino, part of that group, could be this cheap. I don't like it, but you guys will probably not care. Let me tell you, there are lots and lots of hotels and casinos in Vegas that do not charge early check-in, so there's no real need, except for greed. And here you've got your M Life VIP check-in. So for example, see, I should have actually checked in here. I forgot. Anyway, so you know, if you have a VIP invitation and your Pearl, Gold, Platinum or Noir, I'm not Noir, guys, don't get too excited. Okay, so this is the check-in area. So now I'm going to cross to the other side. I'll show you a little bit the casino again. I believe this is the lobby bar, and by the way, some of the bookings I think are deceptive. They say, oh, $20 resort credit and food credit, and I think, oh wow, fine, you know, I'll just go to the casino, apologies, to the buffet. But no, the buffet is not included. It's only a very limited selection, and I'll talk about that in my review of the room, because I'll show you the coupon. So that's kind of annoying, and it's always been this bad, you know. So basically you come here, you can use it at the lobby bar, and I will, but you have to pay taxes and tips, of course. You always have to pay something. Nothing is ever perfectly free, with a couple of exceptions. Okay, I'm thinking of what I'm going to have at the bar. Nothing alcoholic. Okay, so, and I also noticed, if you like to play, say, penny slots, right? I mean, these days, many of those slots started at $1. So, you know, you end up spinning $2.50, which is quite a lot. You know, you can make decent wins, but it can add up. So be careful, guys, okay? There you've got the M Life Players Club area. Can you see it? See, can you read? Can you read right in the middle of the screen? M Life Players Club. Oh, it's closed now. Probably closes about midnight. And then you've got machines like this. Oh, let me explain what it is. That's where if you don't have a player's card, you go there and sign up with your documents, passport, you know, driver's license if you're American or Canadian, and you can just sign up and start using the card that they give you every time you gamble, and that will allow you to receive comp, which means free invitations to this resort or any other resort where that player's card belongs. And you know, so my point is, which I make on top-buffet.com, is that I know, you know, you happen to gamble wherever you are. It doesn't really matter. You don't think about it, where you've just eaten, you're full, you're tired, you gamble. Whatever you gamble, it could be tables, it could be blackjack, it could be poker, anything, slots. But the idea is you have to try and restrain yourself and gamble at the resort where you really want to stay. For example, if you really want to stay at Venetian, go gamble at Venetian. Sign up there and go gamble. Not if you're only going to gamble at $20, forget it. But if you're going to recycle a decent amount of money, and I talk about recycling on top-buffet.com, and you think you are, and you're going to play, you know, blackjack or something that doesn't really consume too much of your money quickly, then you might want to play there, you know. And I used to make mistakes. I used to gamble, say, here, because I just happened to be here, and I gambled, and then I would get these invitations over and over from Excalibur, and I wasn't really thrilled. So I had to be strong and gamble somewhere else. But now we're doing reviews, so it doesn't really matter. In fact, I know that Excalibur is very popular because it's not expensive, and it seems to be very popular with families, which blows my mind. But at least, you know, at least they have done away with dancing girls on tables and music that was so loud. It was so weird. There was such loud music in that area there that there's nothing now at the moment. It's only nothing really. And there used to be dancing girls on tables with loud music, and the little children, you could tell as they were walking on in these areas here, which is the only area where you can walk with your children, these specific paths, would scream and cry and scream and scream, and I'm thinking, oh my god, not ideal for a kid, a little kid, maybe older children for sure, but not little kids. Though they do have an amusement park. See if I can show you, see what I can show you. Now, then, box office here, of course. I want to show you this escalator to Luxor Walk. We will do that because I want to do a walkthrough of Luxor as well. Food court and buffet area. I'll show you. It's on the upper floors. Okay, so that was Tower 1, right? Which is also where registration is. And Tower 2 is this way, okay? Tower 1 and Tower 2 on the opposite side. I've often stayed at Tower 2, and that's the way I used to go with the table dancing and so forth. Now this is closed, okay? The games arcade and the arcade is closed. I will show it to you tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll attach it to this video, or I'll just do it separately. The arcade at Excalibur, okay? I just forgot to come in earlier. I just wanted to come a little later because it was so packed that I knew it wasn't just working. It was not going to work out as a video. It was too packed. And then you've got all these things, you know, like restaurants and relatively cheesy looking places where you can stop by. But you know, it might well be cheesy, but it is also part of this very cheap and cheerful experience that you will find at Excalibur. Although, you know, as I said, with all those pesky little extra charges that they put on top, it just doesn't really end up being that cheap. which means that really you should think about before you book here or wherever you want to book, and do your math, just really do your research. Do they charge for this? Do they charge for that? Am I going to pay for this? Am I going to pay for that? Am I going to pay for a different room? Am I going to pay for a view? Am I going to pay for early check-in? Am I going to pay for late checkout? What time is checkout? All these things matter. They do matter, and when you do your calculation, and as I said to you earlier, if you think that you're going to end up paying, say, an extra $20, say at MGM Grand, and I'm mentioning a resort which is part of the same group, you might as well just go there because it's such a much better resort, right? Beautiful rooms, beautiful amenities, But sometimes, obviously, it's still significantly cheaper. So just work it out. Oh yeah, then the resort fee as well. And then there's the buffet, which isn't that good, though it's a little cheaper. But again, we have pages of reviews on buffets which are very, very affordable and very good. So it's great news if you have a car. If you don't, there are ways to get to some of those buffets without you spending a penny, or maybe just a couple of dollars on the bus, and then the free shuttle. Okay, what is this? This is when you get out of here, this is the main entrance and exit of the Excalibur. So you see it says Las Vegas Boulevard. Then obviously if you get out, you get to the tram to Luxor and Mandalay Bay, and of course if you keep walking, you go to New York, and then further up you go to Monte Carlo, and then you cross the road and you are at MGM. So this is the Grand Excalibur theme entrance, and I have to admit, I'm sometimes find myself very harsh. I'm harsh to the Excalibur for various reasons, as I said to you, but at the same time I'm always partial to themed resorts, and this is a theme resort. And even if it's a theme that it's not fancy like like Bellagio, or even Mirage or whatever, it's not that fancy, super fancy. It's a theme, and I love theme resorts. Maybe I'm a child at heart, and probably for that reason an older child will appreciate this as well, or just you might. I remember the first time I saw Excalibur, I was actually very interested, though then I went on to the Tower 1, which then was not remodeled, and I wasn't that interested, but now it's remodeled, as I say, and I show it to you on the video. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, oh, by the way, here, if you come in from here and you just try and drag your bags to registration, which is over there as I showed you, you're gonna get probably stopped by people trying to get you to go to timeshare presentations and things of the like, which may be a good idea if you've got tons of time on your hand. Maybe a good idea. They may give you a free buffet, but really ask a lot and just be kind of abrupt and say, oh, what are you going to give me and what is it, and then if you think it's worth your while, you might as well go through with it. But we talk about that on top-buffet.com because it's not necessarily the best thing to do. It depends on a lot of things, okay? So we talk about that on the website. Okay, so as I said to you, I do hope tomorrow to show you the downstairs, and it's really an arcade with a lot of games, but they have added obviously other things, places where you can sit down and eat, for example there, or have a drink, sodas, and the arcade. But anyway, I don't want to talk to you about something that I can't show you. Hopefully I'll attach it to this video, as I said, tomorrow, or just have a separate video if this is too long, okay? So I am going now to show you upstairs, the way to the buffet upstairs, which is also the way to the food court, and then roughly in the same area there's a walkway to Luxor, which is where I'm going to do a walkthrough of Luxor as well. So you see, I've stayed up until now, guys, so that I could actually show you this place without being too busy. So it's not like this, it's a lot busier, okay? I mean, now, as I said to you, it's now 1:30 in the morning. 1:30 in the morning. Okay, so Tower 2, as it shows here, is also where you have your pool and your spa. And I do have, I will have a separate video on the pool. And we do talk about the Excalibur pool area on top-buffet.com in the section about Vegas pools that belong to resorts. best Vegas pools, and also the gym. I think we already have a video on the gym, but I may do another one. But again, I talk about that in detail on the website. And then you have places like this where you can eat. See? So it's kind of, I don't know. It's fun, right? It's got a fun feeling, and they've done something to it. It may not be to everybody's taste, and now it just looks so cute because it's so quiet, right? But when you got lots of people screaming here, it's not so necessarily cute. But nonetheless, so you got to see what this is like, right? It can be fun. And then you got the lounge over there, which I believe it's another place where you can redeem those $20 in food credit. And I told you, the catch. And Tower 2 right there, okay? Nonetheless, I'm going to pause it now. I wanted to show the entrance to Tower 2. Baja Fresh is right here, so there are a lot of places to eat here at Excalibur that are, I suppose, relatively affordable. Okay, I'm going to now pause it and start when I'm upstairs. In fact, I'll show you the escalator. The casino itself is rather smoky. Only in certain areas do I feel that there's a breeze or some oxygen. So be prepared for that, okay? It's rather smoky. In fact, my voice is completely gone just by playing here earlier on. Although I wasn't that much better at Aria earlier on at all. I guess I was next to a lot of smokers. Okay, so this is the escalator that you take in order to go up to the buffet, the food court, and then the walkway to Luxor. Of course, there are other ways to go to Luxor, meaning you can get the tram, and I'll show you later on, okay? When I come back, I'll show you the tram, because I'll get the tram from Luxor, and then I'll go to Delano. Hopefully, I'll show you Delano, and then I'll come back and show you the tram. Hope I have enough space. Elevators to casino, arcade, and meeting rooms. Of course, you can use the elevator as well. And this is the food court. It's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, it's very quiet now because it's 1:30 in the morning, but you can get an idea of what you can get and find here. And the buffet is right there. See, okay, well, you might want to see Pizza Hut over there, Starbucks, and that's it. Pizza Hut and Starbucks. Here, Tournament of Kings. You can always get tickets everywhere. It's not an expensive show, and often you can book the room, and often, not always, the show is free. You've got a complimentary entrance. The buffet, that it's been completely remodeled, at least the way it looks, not necessarily the way it is in terms of food. They have changed a few things, but I will leave it up to you to find our video or read the page on the Excalibur buffet on top-buffet.com. We have updated it just now. But anyway, yeah, it looks different, right? It looks modern. It looks modern. And this, you see, you go this way, you eventually go to Luxor. So, and then of course Mandalay Bay to walkways. There are 2 walkways, but you can also get the tram as well. It's up to you. The tram is very fast, but you have to get the tram from the outside, and so you have to go out of Excalibur and then get onto the tram. It's a little bit of a walk. I'll show you later, but you'll have to get used to walking when you're here. Even just moving around the resort is going to take some time, especially big resorts. So you see, this is the other part of the food court. I can never eat anything here at night or at any food court because I always eat too much at buffets. Okay, so I'm going to pause it until I get to the next level. Okay, so here you've got the where you have the water massage, and if you have seen my walkthrough of Planet Hollywood, then you Did I tell you? Yes, I did do a water massage, but I don't think I actually included the part of me doing it. But I tell you what I felt afterwards. It's actually really fine. It's actually very pleasant. And you can get really 10-minute aqua massage. You know, you can get really good prices. At the end of the day, for $10, $15, something silly, $10 maybe actually, really good price, and it was well worth it. Okay, so some of you have commented that I talk a lot. What a surprise! Well, of course I talk a lot. Would you like a completely mute video? Some of you may, but I know some of you would not. Okay. Oh, I just want to show you the sign. This is a walkway, and before you get onto the walkway, you have to fold strollers and all the rest. Otherwise, it would be a hazard to yourself and others. So, this is the walkway, and I'm going to ask you a favor. Oh, you see how nice they're actually walking on it. I like to walk on the walkway. It's real fun, and it gets me where I want to go faster. If you see me, please walk. Do not clog the walkway. Okay? Don't do that. Please don't do that to me. I'm gonna have to disturb these people. Okay. So we're slowly getting very close to Luxor. Another walkway right here. And then another walkway. Of course, if you don't want to do the walkways and if you don't actually walk, you know, and get onto a good pace, it actually is great exercise. You might not even need to go to the gym. Good exercise. If you don't want to walk, then you can just stay on the right. But usually you say, excuse me, and lovely people let you through. I've been very, very lucky. I've met mostly absolutely delightful people on this trip. Very lucky indeed. Okay, so here we are at Luxor. You can see it looks different, right? Look, all of a sudden you're in a different place. It looks very, very different from Excalibur. And because of this, I'm going to stop this video and I am going to start a new video, which is the walkthrough of Luxor. And at the end of it, I will show you the tram. Maybe at the end of Luxor, at the end of my Delano walkthrough, depending on what I find. I've already done it, but it depends on how I feel about it. But this is it. So it's not too bad, but it's a walk, and it's a lot less easy when it's packed with people. You're gonna have to fight your way through. Okay, guys. For hotel comparison, see you on top-buffet.com.